Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Some Ordinary Podcast. We've got our friends Caleb, we've got our friends Nux Taku. These are the main friends, and of course, we've got a super best friend. We've got Ryan Nexpo. How's it going, my man?
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
You just
how's it going,
rebranded to the
Mr.
super best friends. That's us.
Hell yeah, dude! But I wanted to kind of start it off with it's been a wild last 2 weeks. We've had a lot of this. We've had a lot of bombshells kick off, man. We've got React Gate, we've got Linus Tech Tips today.
Bro.
We've got just an insane amount of bombshells that have been dropping in our community. It's wild, man. I don't know. I wanted to ask Ryan what he thought about like React Gate because you've been. I've probably seen more Nexpo videos on other channels than on Nexpo itself.
Bro, it's okay. So starting off on YouTube, like way back then, I feel like the reaction channels really did contribute to, I guess, some of the exposure I got. With that said, I have seen quite a few videos where, people just kind of, throw it on and just walk away. And dude, you know how much like time and effort and stuff like we put into this stuff on YouTube. Like you guys know. And just seeing like, I guess people, just watch it back and make more than I would on the video. It kind of sucks, but, I mean, it's just how the game is played, I guess. I don't know. Funny thing. So yesterday I was talking, my management team got me set up with people that can go and like find copies of my videos on YouTube. And bro, they said they found about 1,000 different instances of my videos floating out in the wild. And I was like, what? So so there's that. Where people,
Damn.
so they were telling me there was about 1,000 videos out there, and they're basically unclaimable because a lot of like what I do incorporates like third party
Right.
like videos and stuff. Like I'm telling stories using like stock footage and news footage and all that. So there's kind of like this weird gray area on YouTube where certain people that make certain types of videos can't even claim that content as their own because what they're using is like it's fair use, but they're using third-party clips. So it's
Right.
weird. I'm kind of like in the situation where I'm trying to figure that out and figure out how to navigate that because
It's like with gaming stuff, and I've heard this with a few people too. It's like if you make a video like all those content farm channels that make like GTA 5 footage and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's like mod review, all that crap, but they can't claim the footage because like 100% of it belongs to Rockstar Games. So it's I made this video, somebody else took it, they're sharing it around on TikTok, but I also can't claim it because, oh shit, I also used this other big brand. And it's the same for like Roblox or like Minecraft and all this other bullshit.
Yeah.
So, it's wild with how like YouTube kind of does it. And I think that there's like a healthy way to do it. I really think it depends on like how YouTube like algorithmically handles it. And I think Ludwig made a pretty great he made a pretty great take on his mogul mail about it, where he was like, maybe YouTube just needs to give like claim options or like better like the algorithm. I guess YouTube needs to kind of step in. But yeah, I kind of wanted to hear it, kind of from another creator that I've seen more of around.
it's just
But
it's just
like,
hard.
as you're a guy that ggets reacted to by everyone, when someone reacts to your videos and they actually contribute, does it still rub you as much the wrong way as you have eating porridge and while he's
and French Canadian on French Canadian
No.
violence here, Jesus.
It doesn't rub you the wrong way. I will say it is a lot of pressure though, because sometimes when I'm making videos like Darkest Lost Media or Disturbing Things and stuff where I know it's going to be reacted to, I kind of have in the back of my mind like, oh, I can't mess this edit up. Like I have to make sure this is good for like a React channel and
Damn.
stuff. I start to incorporate that subconsciously into my editing, which
That's
I
pretty
need to
interesting.
stop doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Because
weird.
you know
you
that's
can't
going to
put
be
like
most
little words
scrutinized.
popping up on stream. Like if you're watching this on XQC stream, subscribe to me. Like little
So I thought about doing that. I thought about doing that as like an opening like title card, like to any React channels. If anyone's watching this on a React channel, subscribe to me, please. Enjoy the show, kind of thing. Just kind of catch them off guard. But
They probably would enjoy it. Like, I'm sure probably not most reaction channels, but a lot of reactors would probably see that and then be like, yeah, go subscribe to them. And like maybe their mods would put a link in chat or something like that.
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea,
Yeah.
honestly.
Do you ever put in like stock footage of like cheetahs and shit running around and stuff
Cheeto!
like that? That'll always be my favorite clip. Like whatever XQC and I feel towards each other, the Cheeto clip is always like. I showed that to like my mom, and she's like, "There's no way this is real." I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's
Did you know that
reality."
there's a whole compilation on YouTube, and this is one of my favorite YouTube videos of all time. It's a compilation of XQC misidentifying animals, and it's like it's a 3-4 minute compilation, and he just like he'll look at like an alligator and be like a turtle, like the whole thing is just.
Dude, that is like my favorite parts of YouTube. It's like that's why I wish we like met up way more, because like my favorite moments have been like I remember the first thing we did when we rented out, like when we were at like the Los Angeles place, we fired up YouTube and we literally went down the YouTube like autoplay. Like we didn't even fuck around. We just went to the home screen, clicked on the first icon, and I think it was like I don't want to name the guy's name, but we went down his like YouTube channel and it was like FBI. I felt like the feds were about to raid us or something, dude. I was like, this is
bro.
There was a lot of YouTube rabbit holes that I kind of want to get back into, where it's like this is just like this should not even be like legal, Like this is weird.
I do want to go on the record and say, so this doesn't get like twisted. I have no issues with people reacting to my content on Twitch. I have no issues at all. I don't care. Twitch, Kick, wherever.
Yeah,
it's just the re-uploads on YouTube that kind of rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, yeah. Back to the LA thing. Yeah, that was crazy, man. The whole like rabbit hole. Oh god, that was wild.
I don't want to name the name because it's like the guy. Okay, so like there's a lot of big channels on YouTube, and like so maybe it's like the really pessimistic side. Like we all know like what thumbnails work. You know what I mean? Like we all know like a thumbnail that works. We've been in this game for like 10 plus years. Oompi's got an entire team I know that like does the graph analysis, the Mr. Beast checks on what works, right? Like you do A/B testing on thumbnails, right?
Yeah.
And you just
really
so like
oh man.
Yeah. So there are some thumbnails, like when I see it on the internet, like sexualized thumbnails where I'm like, oh, I just know that shit works. And then like you look at the context of it, I'm like, dude, this stuff is like weird to get down into. I don't know, man. There's a lot of like surface level YouTube stuff that like just really, really wilds me out. And then of course, sometimes the community like kind of comes together and like, you have a video of a dude shaving his asshole that like, breaks the internet for a little bit. YouTube's got like the weirdest set of rules, man. It really is. And sometimes what drives me insane because of it is like, I feel like because I've seen the community guideline strike screen more than enough times in my life,
Yeah.
Like there have been like the skit. I'll tell you this: I stopped using Gmail because of YouTube, and let me explain why. So every time I get like a little like Gmail notification on my phone, I freak the out.
Yep.
Because in my mind, I'm like,
I just got
age
copyrighted. I just got a community strike.
guideline.
Yep.
Same.
Like if I get one from Outlook, like the Hotmail, I'm like, oh, whatever, it's a regular email. But if I get one from Gmail, like wakes me the up. I like instantly unlock it. I'm like, okay, all right, nothing's bad.
I know the feeling. My favorite rabbit hole that I've been diving down on YouTube lately is are you aware of how popular recaps are on YouTube? Like film recaps and anime recaps and comic recaps.
Yeah.
Like it's a massive enterprise. My favorite thing that I have found lately is hentai recaps. Where people, and I've been watching this on stream. I have this dude.
That is incredible.
And they'll recap the hentai, like by the actual plot, and like discuss it, the story beats, just recapping all of it, and be like, and they're obviously tiptoeing around the YouTube freaking demonetization garbage. They're literally tiptoeing around it. It's like, that girl wants his protein, so she decides that she plays a game with him where the more she plays, the angrier his protein dispenser is getting. And it's like using all these metaphors to try to get around it. It's my favorite thing in the
Protein
world.
dispenser. Thank you to Ridge for sponsoring this episode of the Some Ordinary Podcast. Do you have a terrible wallet? I don't. I have a Ridge wallet with RFID protection that prevents digital pickpockets from picking my pocket with their sleight of hand. And this key case organizes all of my keys so I can open doors. My doors of many lock. The Ridge wallet has room for 12 cards, plus room for cash if you're extremely wealthy like me. And the baby is slim. By the way, I have been using a Ridge wallet for quite a while now. There's 30 different colors to choose from. I like black stuff. You can also get an optional AirTag attachment to prevent your wallet from ever being lost ever again. On top of that, there's a Bronco sweepstakes you can enter. You can enter for free, plus you get a bonus entry for every dollar you spend on the site. And if you buy a custom Hennessy product on the site, you get 1,000 extra entries. Pretty baller, dude. I love Hennessy stuff. I have a Ford Raptor R, so. Plus, if you use our link, you'll get 10 additional bonus entries for free. And if you use our code, you get 10% off your order. Buy a Ridge wallet.
Dude, I've had the same with like guys who reviewed the introductions to pornography. Like that's an entire market. There was like one commentary channel. Yeah, it's like a Leafy style channel, right? Like the UCS surf footage.
my God.
I wish I could remember the name of it. And it was just like they would take the introduction to whatever was top trending on like of that day and do the exact same thing next to it. It's like just review the introduction.
Let's go.
And then when it started, it's like, all right, guys, I can't show you what's going on. End the video.
Jesus Christ, man.
Dude. But that's the thing that always wilded me. It's like ever since I started watching like a bunch of other podcasts and like creators who kind of like tiptoe around the YouTube demonetization, it's like the amount of code words I've had to learn, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To figure out what the story was and shit, right?
Yeah.
Like it has been insane. Like this like I remember when I was making that like the one Sneeko video where I was just like shitting on him.
I knew you were going to
Dude.
do this.
He was like, so as a creator, like Sneeko, when he was like super censoring himself, I'm like, all right, listen, I was actually so fed up in that video. Like, that's a totally unscripted moment where I'm like, I literally use like the whole R word in it. I'm like, okay, guys, let's stop being fucking kids here, okay? If we're gonna get the yellow dollar sign, let's get it with fucking flying colors. You know what I mean? Let's just rip the Band-Aid
For
off.
me,
Yeah.
my favorite code word of all time is how, you know how Sneeko, he's banned off YouTube for telling the truth too much, as he likes to put it. He's on Rumble to spread his truth to the world uncensored. And he's talking to Leafy, and he's still scared to use the word rape. And he keeps saying, and he graped her, bro. He graped her. She got graped.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, that's still gonna trip the
You're
YouTube
on Rumble.
bot.
You're literally
Yeah.
on Rumble. For like, you can say whatever you want. Nothing will happen to you. There are people on Rumble that start these neo-Nazi protests. Okay, you could say the R word, bro. Not that R word.
Well, I mean, think about it
Wumble.
like this, right? Like, once you've been on Wumble, once you've been, I've been in that W community too long, Caleb.
Oh God.
But like, when you think about like what's gone on over there, it's like once you've made YouTube videos once, that demonetization is like an angry dad. You know what I mean? Like he's around the fucking corner. You've developed it subconsciously, you know. Like, I don't fuck
I
around
don't
with any
think
of that.
when I'm like, this shiz is crazy, and I'm like, why did I just say shiz? And it's like, you know, it's from the years of censoring myself.
Yeah, I'm
during
like,
the
I'm not
ad
recording a
talk.
video right now.
Shiz.
Yeah, it's like I'm not recording anything. Let's go at it. No, but that's the thing that I wish YouTube kind of like. I honestly wish YouTube got a little relaxed with allowing darker content, more mature content. There was a brief period where they were like, if you say shit too many times,
Yep.
you may get an age restriction. I'm like, all right, now we're losing.
Yeah, it was bad
you
for a
know?
while.
It was really
It
bad.
was, and then they were like, okay, we'll allow you to say more than 3 times throughout the course of the video.
More than 3. Like they keep count the whole time.
Dude, I had that. I was about to get into the nastiest email chain at one point because it was like I got age restricted on a video, and I'm like, you mother. So like, I count me and a fucking a team member. We sat down and we like counted all the F words, right? And then we had to like do the math and like space out and like figure out the ratio of regular words to the F word, and then we had to like send the data, and I'm like, now come on, who decides? You know, where is the decision making here? But you know, it's at that point, like it really just comes down to it's like if you're making content like Nexpo or like I honestly I think Nick Nick makes the fucking most risque content. I remember like the last video I saw from him was Farfour the mouse, the Mickey Mouse, the Palestinian Mickey Mouse. I'm like, when he uploaded that video, because here's the thing, I have that video still in the back burner. I'm still kind of working on that video.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sometimes I look at the footage for it and I'm like, dude, this is a fucking guideline strike waiting to happen. You know what I mean? And like parts that, okay, so for those who don't know Farfour is Palestinian Mickey Mouse. Now, I'm sure for the people watching, I don't have to describe, there's a pretty nasty land dispute between the Israelis and the Palestinians. Okay, it's been going on
we're
for a long
really delving
time.
deep into this.
Yeah.
So Farfour, all right, is a radical kind of mouse. You know what I mean? He's got a lot of dirty
opinions,
things to say.
A lot of opinions.
Well, actually, wait, I'm wrong. He's not Palestinian. I fucked up. He's Palestinian, but the whole thing is Iranian. So a little bit of extra anger brewing from there. So yeah, Farfour does not like the state of Israel. Okay. And he says a lot of things that YouTube would not agree with. Most people would not agree with.
Yo,
certainly
Farfour
not
has
the
a place on Wumble. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man.
Yeah, Farfour would make a great kick streamer. You're right. Dude, we should pass Farfour over to Kwebbelkop so he can make Farfour AI.
Oh my god, that's another whole rabbit hole to go down. Oh my
Jesus
god.
Let
Christ.
that shit run over a kick, dude. Yeah, so I was watching. Who's here to watch Kwebbelkop's AI
I've
videos?
seen it.
Caleb, have you seen?
No. I haven't
You
seen
guys haven't seen
Have
it?
I seen Farfour? No.
No,
No,
Kwebbelkop's
Farfour. Have you
AI
seen
videos.
Kwebbelkop's AI footage?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
I've
god!
seen pictures
Wow,
of
you
it.
had the most. You had the most disgusted fucking face right there.
Dude, Caleb,
mean, it's just
you
so
don't know.
dumb.
You weren't on the episode where he was here with us. That man went so deep down that rabbit hole. He said, "Wouldn't society be amazing if no one had to actually do anything and AI did everything for everyone?" And we were like,
You're
No.
like,
It
hell
wouldn't.
no.
It'd be terrible.
It would.
So I watched his like recent videos, which, dude, I don't know if it's really AI because it's
not
like
fully AI for sure.
it's like partial, right? Like he records the gameplay and then he gets like the VTuber 3D model on the top left, and they react to the whole thing. Now, voice wise, I don't think it's fucking AI. I think it's an actual human being recording the voice.
Yeah, I think it's a human recording the voice, and the AI just synthesizes it to sound like Kwebbelkop.
What?
Yeah, I just think it's, dude. I think it's painful. Okay,
Holy
like I really
shit.
like. Dude. Okay, but here's the thing. It works maybe for like it could work for like the most child friendly content. You know?
Yeah, because kids
'Cause
ultimately
even-
don't care. They don't know the debate.
Yeah.
They don't care about the debate. They don't. None of that matters. It's just
Yeah.
entertainment.
Like kids don't fucking care what they're watching. You know what I mean? Like, let's just watch one TNT versus 100,000 TNT.
I like that.
But you can't.
Yeah, that's why
You
it's
know what,
wild
Vinny?
to me that he's like I get his transition to AI. He obviously wants to make bajillions of dollars without needing to be there on screen and make a billion channels to just bot out videos for kids. But I don't know why he's like engaged in the debate. Like, no 20-plus-year-old person cares at all about what he's doing.
You know where I think AI content is successful. It's this new content that I love to watch, and every time I talk about this, I remember the first 20 episodes.
say
I
Family
always
Guy.
felt ashamed. No, I always felt. Listen, I always felt
That was so
ashamed
cursed.
before episode 20 of this podcast to explain my love for content to you guys because I felt embarrassed. Now that we're so deep into this podcast, I actually don't fucking care. I love Family Guy Nux. It's one of the fucking greatest shows in the world. You can't deny it. I can't deny it. Nobody here can deny it. But have you started watching those fucking stupid TikToks where like they just throw bottles downstairs and shit?
What?
I've seen videos of that.
What?
Yeah, I've seen that shit. I like it, dude.
Yes.
I get
Yeah,
it.
it's fucking amazing.
I get it.
I get it. So like, okay, I feel okay. Go continue, please. Make fun of this beautiful
I
content.
don't even know what you described. Throwing bottles downstairs? That's like
Okay,
the
all right.
nothingest description
When they
of anything.
burst, it's so
Yeah.
satisfying. It's like the crunch.
Yeah. So okay.
The crunch.
Here I'm going to paint the content to you. Okay, close your eyes, Nux. Get ready to understand this. Okay. So I take a 2-liter bottle of Mountain Dew. All right.
Okay.
I go to the staircase. I throw it down the staircase. Now halfway in the middle, the bottle bursts open and the Mountain Dew flies all over the goddamn like walls. And then immediately right after, I don't stop. I throw another bottle. This time it's Dr. Pepper. So you got colors mixing and shit. Pepsi,
who's
Orange
cleaning
Crush.
all this?
The maid we're hiring. That's who's cleaning that shit.
Whoever goes to that Airbnb next is in for a real treat. There is not,
dude. Honestly, I think we should do it. You know how much I hate Airbnbs. The fucking cleaning fees on that bitch.
Yeah.
Like before you rent the fucking thing out, it's like here's an $800 cleaning fee. Also, make sure to make the bed. If I'm paying $800 for a cleaning fee, I'm gonna shit on the bed. Okay, I'm gonna fucking shit all over the bed. I'm gonna fucking piss all over the goddamn dishes.
I'm gonna throw Mountain Dew
I don't
down the
give a
stairs.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna make that shit look like Asmongold's gamer room before I'm fucking gone.
Dude, did you see the clip of XQC's maid cleaning his room? And he was sitting there too ashamed to say anything, and he types to his chat on like the notepad. He's like, normally I'm not shy when they clean my room, but there's like a lot of shit today, guys. I'm like, dude, see,
at that point, like, I would have just been like, why do I feel ashamed? I'm literally producing a job. I would have thrown shit across the wall and just said I made a fucking job right there. I just
are a real capitalist. Let's go, man.
You make $8 an hour. You.
No, like, listen, if you're gonna do that kind of stuff. Dude, my logic is if I ever end up on live stream fails, I'm gonna make the most up clip of all time. Okay, like I'm gonna make sure I'm top trending for a month fucking straight on that subreddit. I don't give a shit.
Do you guys ever stream?
Yeah,
occasionally.
Nah.
Yeah, I haven't streamed in a long time. I feel like it's lame. I really want to get a Kick contract because I think it's really funny. Even if it's for like $100.
Like, you've been just over there. It's like, give me money.
Oh yeah, dude, it's not working so far.
Dude, I would be down
to be
for
honest.
a Kick contract too.
Yeah,
they gave FouseyTube like $15 million.
Yeah,
apparently.
They never confirmed it. I think that's just a rumor.
Yeah, no, it's not been confirmed.
They never denied it either.
Yeah, but normally whenever they get someone on Kick, they suck their on Twitter.
True, and also it would be good press for them if it's not true. If people believe that that's true, that's still good press for them because they're like, oh, they're giving so much money away.
Yeah, so no reason to deny it.
Yeah.
So give me that money.
That's what
he's saying. Give me that money. I could use it way more.
Give it to Caleb.
And I'm not manic.
Streaming? Jesus Christ. Well, don't worry, Caleb. I don't believe he's manic. Dude, Fousey's been like the weirdest guy to me. Like Fousey, he got banned from all the MGM casinos. Apparently,
he's a loop, bro.
In Vegas,
he's a loop. That guy's a loop.
So that was, I think, the biggest piece of like internet drama that I missed over the last week. I was on like a mini vacation, and I know FouseyTube was everywhere, and Keemstar was losing his. I can't believe you had Keemstar without me last week. God damn it! I'm so sad.
Dude,
I'm hurt.
He told us that it was the happiest episode of his life.
It was so peaceful. It was a peaceful episode.
So angry. Oh my god! How could you do this to me?
Peaceful episode without you, bud.
I'm not gonna watch that episode purely because I will feel like Sneeko when he watched his girlfriend got railed.
Jesus Christ!
Yo,
god damn.
Episode. I like going on the episodes where I'm not in them and reading the comments.
I will read the comments, but I will not watch the episode.
It's like half mean, half nice stuff. I'd be excited to see what the comments are on the
Dude,
key
that's
episode.
The internet. It's like you have to be constantly getting bullied or you have to constantly be getting sucked off. It's not one. True. The internet is just like one extreme or the other, dude. That it is what it is, and that's what I kind of love about it the most, dude. Like, fucking, I can go online and like literally one comment will be like, "Hey, Moody, great video," right? The other one will be like, "Fucking self, Moody, I can't believe you talked." I'm like, dude, I love the duality of man on this.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part about it. I'm sure you probably see it a lot too, Ryan, when you're deep diving a subject.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All the time, man.
You got this wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, like I put it in there.
The life hack is to purposefully get something wrong or misspell a word or something, so people comment about it. Hey, free engagement, baby.
Free engagement,
for sure.
So is that the Linus Tech tip strat?
Oh my god, dude, Linus! What has been up with that dude? I haven't even gotten caught up with that.
Same.
All right. So I'll explain it to you guys because I feel like I'm the only person here that watches computer hardware videos religiously on the internet.
I
right?
do too, but I haven't caught up with this though.
don't know. I just saw Muda in the thumbnail sitting in his car, and I was like, oh my god, nuclear war started.
Dude, okay, so this is the best part about that shit, okay? So, you guys know the name Gamers Nexus, that one channel
Yeah, I heard
on
of him.
YouTube? Like, the guy with the long hair, Steve, he's kind of like, if I had to describe him, like the investigative journalist, kind of like the CoffeeZilla for the tech industry, right? Like, anytime a big tech company f***s up and there's like actual consumer harm, he's there. You know,
Okay.
it's like Batman. Shows
That's pretty
the fuck
cool.
up. Yeah, Steve's a great dude. He's like really in depth, really good at what he does. Probably one of my top 5 favorite channels. Now I like Linus as well too. You know, I've been a watcher of Linus for a long time, but some of his recent stuff I don't really watch a lot. Like I don't watch it when he makes crazy PC builds because it's not something I give a shit about. I usually watch it when he's talking about like a really specific Linux related topic. That's pretty much
Last
it.
time I watched Linux Tech Tips, he was talking about how he used to say the hard R.
Yeah, on the WAN show, yeah. Oh, you got to look. This is like separate lore. So
Oh my
anyway,
God.
Gamers Nexus. It's not the N word. Okay, I just want to preface this before somebody runs away.
It was a misunderstanding.
Yeah, it was a severe
It was a
misunderstanding.
hilarious
Okay,
misunderstanding.
but the crux of it is Gamers Nexus makes his video called "The Problem with Linus Tech Tips," where he looks into his recent videos, and finds a glaring amount of inaccuracies in their research. You know, so for instance, they just bought this new lab. I think it's like $1 million plus lab, like an insane amount. And in that video, they kind of jabbed at other YouTube channels, like what separates us from them is blah blah yada yada this lab. So I guess it started the personal, you know, anger arc from a lot of these other channels. But Gamers Nexus pulls out a few research pieces. So for instance, when he's reviewing a graphic card, right? And it shows out like in his graph, you know how like they show graphs of like performance.
Yeah.
It's so obvious, like you could look at a graph and like in 3 seconds be like, you should have retested it because your results are f***ing weird. That was put onto videos. There was another situation where this small upstart company, Billet Labs, made this in copper cooler, like this copper water cooler, and Linus did not apply it to the right graphics card. He did not test it right.
Damn.
So the product was shit.
That's bad.
And then down the road, because it was the small company's prototype, he was accused of selling it off. Now, he said he didn't sell the thing off. He auctioned it for charity.
Isn't that the same thing? Look, I'm not.
I mean, listen, we can whip out
Probably.
the motherfucking dictionary, boys. That selling and auctioning looks like roughly the same thing.
Right.
But there was a lot of like inaccuracies, and there was a lot of like ethics concerns that was brought up, and that's pretty much been like what fucking Linus has been dealing with. Now, on a personal level, I feel like when you're in that space and you're talking about what the best item is, it's on you to be completely factual, you know, like because what you say affects the purchasing decisions of people, right? Like if me and Caleb and like all of us were like, yeah, this one game is dog shit, right? And it isn't dog shit. But because our video got 1 million views, right? Like it can hit on the algorithm.
Yeah, it's going to hurt the sales of the game for sure.
Exactly.
It's a
It could kill
lie
a
to say
company.
that reviews don't impact, you know,
They do.
the success.
They
of-
100% do, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, when I follow a lot of retro gaming channels, every time like the top channels talk about like a fucking retro video game, you go to eBay, price goes through the roof because there is an effect, right? Like people fucking bring that effect around over. So it's up to you to be completely truthful and honest. Now, the thing is with Linus is they're a big company now. They're not like one guy making a YouTube channel. That's not Linus. They're like tons of employees. You know, it's like a big enterprise. So they got to be churning out videos every day. Like I think in the breakdown it was like 28 videos across multiple channels a week, which is
Damn,
insane,
oh my
right?
god.
Dude.
So, yeah, so like when you're making that many videos, you're going to have inaccuracies. And don't get me wrong, there is no sin in getting things wrong. People do it all the time. I'm sure all 4 of us throughout our time on YouTube have got something wrong,
doubt.
okay?
Not
However,
me.
it's when you
Except for Oompa.
okay,
Yeah, not
Caleb,
Caleb.
all right, let's fucking I'm gonna do the problem with Oompa
Not
next
me,
week when
to
we
be
go.
honest. Just don't ask any of the people that work for me how I treat them.
Just sit it there.
Just go on, go on. It's like the funny thing is, I think we're all thinking of things specifically that we're not bringing up.
It was a a joke, but it sat too long. Now it feels real.
No. Listen. We f up. We have issues. We make mistakes. It's when you're consistently making the f***ing mistakes and stupid mistakes that it gets pretty f***ing harmful, and that's pretty much what it came down to.
And also, there's a big difference in, because I did see, like, one of the arguments about him making mistakes are like, yeah, but everyone makes mistakes, right? Like, Nux, you said you thought this show is shit. It's like, there's a big difference between me saying that my enjoyment of an anime is lower, and therefore people don't watch it, than, actively showing a product wrongly. Like, that's a very big difference, I think.
Wrongly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You wrongly use the thing. It's like you don't plug it in. You're like, oh my god, it doesn't turn on.
Yeah. I've learned to be super diligent with every video I make, as diligent as I can be, because of like crazy nutjob lawsuit hungry losers on the internet. Okay. So when covering a crypto scam, when somebody threatens you with a lawsuit, I'm like, all right, motherfucker, bring it on. I made sure to triple check my homework. There was a character a long time ago who a good friend of the show, Wendigoon, is currently with.
Bro.
Padma
Oh,
McCord.
dude.
This was the wildest story in the world. This is like how me and Ryan shit ourselves together. I remember that day. I was in New York. I was just minding my own business, reading Twitter. Get a little email on my phone. I look at my phone. Fucking not PR firm. This like private investigation scumbag firm comes and emails us with this big ass PDF file of like comments we've made, statements we've made,
defamatory
apparently.
ones.
Yeah, and then they're going to like the fucking Kiwi Farms. They're going to like all these other like 4chan, like Anon posted this. Like, bro, they got the whole squad coming after us. And I remember, like, you get the same email, and we're like, wait, did they give us different PDFs? No, it was different ones.
Yeah, it was.
They personalized that shit.
They did their homework, bro. They dug through all of our tweets and shit. That
was the only time in YouTube history that I've ever been bullied into, like, deleting the video. When I honestly should have kept it
we
up.
should have just kept it. Back then, I was, things are different.
But, like, on the one hand, it's, like, your integrity versus, like, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, I totally get that. If that would happen to me, I would for sure take
who is this person that bullied you guys?
Well, we can't say her name.
Padme Amidala. One of the main characters in Star Wars.
From Star Wars?
Yeah, Padme.
Yeah,
said the name.
Padma from Star Wars.
From the prequels, the better Star Wars.
Actually, we should tell the editor to, like, bleep out any instances of her name. It's Padma from Star Wars, okay? The fucking...
Bro,
no,
it's just what blows my mind is the fact that she is still scouring. She's still scrubbing the internet. She found the one sliver in Wendigoon's like 9-hour video.
Literally a 9-hour long video, and she struck it down. He won
like
he won the appeal. The YouTube's like, all right, he wins the appeal. They put the video back. She strikes down the same video for the same reason again. He has to go through the 28 process of counter notifications and all that garbage. He wins again. 4 times. 4 times.
Yeah. It's so wild, the gymnastics. Like, here's the thing. Even when you're in the right by YouTube once, you're still never in the right, okay? Like, even, like, now, I remember, like, when I first won a fucking, like, policy strike, I was like, oh, dude, I'm chilling right now. I'm doing good. And hit with it again. I'm like, wait a minute, but you just said I was good. Why did you undo it? And then they undo that one. I'm like, all right, you're never safe here, man. It's always scary.
It's like a curse.
Yeah. Uninstalling Gmail now.
Dude, I'm telling you, every time, dude, that's why I never use Gmail on this shit. Even the good Google emails, I have forwarded through Hotmail just so I mentally know I'm good. Anytime I get a Gmail thing, I'm like, all right.
Every time I open my email for like my second channel, not my main channel, because my main channel, like it gets sponsors and all that stuff. But like if I open my second channel email, I can literally scroll forever, and it's all YouTube copyright, YouTube demonetized, YouTube age restricted, YouTube copyright. Literally thousands. It's just like
it's a long line of you're screwed.
Dude, August 15th, copyright claim released. August 15th, copyright claim created. August 14th, community guidelines. August 14th, age restricted your content.
Jesus Christ.
And it goes on like that.
But like, you know who's probably got it the worst though? It's like fucking donut operator, dude. I have no idea how that still operates.
He doesn't have ads on his videos. It seems like
Damn.
Oh, dude, every time he uploads a video like shooting breakdown, I'm like, all right, man, that's. I mean, it's like he like this is a man that mentally knows. He's like his whole list is like the yellow dollar sign. It's whatever he knows that, but like
Yeah.
I'm just like, dude, age restriction. Okay, that's gonna happen. Policy strike. All right,
That's the fear.
That's like when some people play so fast and loose. We had a guest on this show, and I love this guest a lot. We should get him on again. Noke Eric. You guys know who Noke Eric
Yeah,
is?
sure, yeah,
No.
of
of course I know who that is.
So it's okay. So of course, Caleb, you know who Noke Eric. Okay, so Noke Eric, Ryan, you should look him up. Nokeric. He's like Filthy Frank on crack cocaine. Right?
Oh,
This
God.
man is insane. Some of the actually, you know what? I'm gonna put on one of his videos. Okay, I'm gonna share one of his videos.
He's basically Filthy Frank if Filthy Frank had like film, like a film skill set.
Okay.
Yeah, like he's a filmmaker. You know, he's in, like some of his videos. I crashed the bang bus. One of my favorite recent one is Grease Trap. Grease Trap is an interesting video.
They're all
There's
incredible.
one where he does. There's one, all of them actually. Yeah, there's one where he does a home and garden television show where he reviews bathrooms in his local areas, and it was actually the one video where like I physically like recoiled like I had those like I watched a snuff video so I'm throwing up right now vibes because he gets fucking raunchy.
God
So
damn.
he's the one guy that I'm saying he's like a fucking Jedi, dude. He's like you could make a Star Wars movie out of this dude's YouTube editing game because he fucking dodges those guidelines like no tomorrow. There are times where I'm like looking at it, I'm like, if he gets a strike and he ever comes to me, it's like, Muda, can you help me out? I'm like, dude, I know your channel. I know it. I think you might have been deserving of this one this time.
Damn.
Yeah, he's a fun guy. He's an interesting fella.
Yeah, there's been a lot of wild stuff going on YouTube. Did you see the Scooby Doo Five Nights at Freddy's animation drama thing going on? Did you see that whole thing?
What?
Yeah.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
So I'll give you the rundown. This YouTuber with like a really small channel, Egan Tildman or something.
Voice AI, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Oh
yeah.
shit.
He did like he on Blender, he animated an entire episode of like Scooby Doo searching the Five Nights at Freddy's house thing or whatever, and with like all the cool sound effects and whatever. And he literally on Blender animated the whole thing. It's like the most original content in the world, right? I'm obviously derivative
Right.
of those characters, whatever. He voice acted Scooby, his friend voice acted Shaggy, and the man literally couldn't afford to hire voice actors, so he AI voiced the other characters. He got so much hate on Twitter for this. The voice actress of Daphne from the actual Scooby-Doo basically said, "We are blacklisting you. No voice actor will ever work with you. Whoever sees this should this is horrible," and all that. And it's like, god damn, this. Can you imagine getting stuck in drama just by making, I guess, good content? Like he's a nobody. He doesn't know any. He's like, and he gets sucked into this.
Dude, it's like, dude, that was like the fucking wildest. Because I was like impressed with it, and like, I was kind of wondering,
Yeah.
I'm like, what is the fucking copyright on the AI voice shit? Like, how do you copyright somebody's voice, right? Like,
Yeah.
like I don't even think that's legally possible. You know, somebody could take
Mhm.
I love AI voices. I like AI voices because right now I'm working on a UFO video right now and shit. So like when I do voiceovers, instead of like going to the microphone doing it, I wish I could just type in what I wanted to voice
And
over
then
and it just
Quebblecop will
creates
say
it.
it for you.
Global conversation.
Dude,
Bro, yeah, it's
dude, you get.
it was
Go
just
ahead.
like it was a I don't want to say like an overreaction, but I just feel bad because the guy was I mean, he's a very small creator, you know, just getting dogpiled over something
I always feel so bad when
I don't know,
someone gets
man.
like, someone takes a screenshot of like a YouTube title and thumbnail and it's like, well, this is why it's horrible. And then their tweet gets like, 40,000 likes without actually
Yeah.
watching the video. And then like, what's the YouTuber supposed to do? The YouTuber has like, 40 followers on Twitter. This is their first breakout video ever because you
Yeah.
obviously need to say something slightly inflammatory to break out at this point, with such an oversaturated market. Like I just saw this
Right.
happen to someone who said like, I like simple games with bad graphics, right? And he's talking about like Undertale or whatever. And they took a screenshot of that and they showed it on Twitter, and they're like, calling a game like Hades like a simple game with bad graphics is such a so disrespectful when obviously the idea of the video was he likes stylized games. This was made by Lex Torius, by the way.
Yeah, he just didn't want to play a game that was like really
and the guy who made the
realistic.
tweet, like on his thread, he was like, if this person was like legitimate, they should have said style in video games. Yeah, but no one's gonna fucking click on that video.
See, that's the thing. You're dealing with like virginity on the internet, dude. Like at this point, I'm done. Like this point, like if I get into like I've decided to like not believe in punching down or punching up anymore. Okay, like if fucking 100 follower Andy wants to talk shit on the internet, I just respond back. And like it's fucking funny because these guys will get personal with me, right? They'll be like, "This dumb bucktooth Indian said this," and I'm like, "All right, okay, mother." So I'll bring up something, and they'll be like, "Wow, you're punching down." I'm like, "What the fuck? You're the one that called me." Like, okay, hold on a minute.
Exactly what you mean. Exactly what you mean. It's like the same thing.
Hold on a minute.
Wow, picking on small creators like that is like, why is he allowed to say whatever he wants to me? But I say something and I'm the bad guy because I have, Twitter likes or something.
Yeah, it's like you should be a lot like, listen, I believe bullying is okay on the internet. Okay, I'm a firm believer of that shit. If you bully me, best assured that I'm gonna fucking bully you right the back. It is what it is. Like,
it's not worth the
trouble. That's just how it works. If you can't take it, you can't dish it, right?
Thanks.
Like that's pretty much what it comes down to on the internet. But some of the internet gets really fucking sensitive about that shit. I'm like, I'm just so over caring about it. The less you care about this shit, the less that it can actually affect you, right? Like, and that's what I've learned. It's like, unless you've done something seriously bad. Like seriously, really bad. You never apologize, never capitulate. Okay, like unless you've done something seriously unforgivable.
Unless you really think you were wronged, why apologize? Like don't apologize for points because it's not going to be worth anything.
Exactly.
Yeah,
100%.
That's the YouTuber way right there.
That's the YouTuber way.
Yes, sir.
Dude, that's how people. It worked for Sunny V2. That motherfucker is back alive.
Yeah.
I remember for a month that motherfucker was like
acknowledged nothing and
Yeah.
just kept posting videos like nothing happened and everyone forgot.
I mean, like that's what I've always said. Like every time like you go on the internet, like it's funny how quickly it changes. Like at the beginning of the show, I always do this thing where like I check the trends, right? Like, and I'm like, all right, refresh. Okay, that's what it is. By the end of the show, I do the same thing, and I'm like, oh, the whole list fucking changed. Wow! In the span of like an hour and a half, the entire fucking world's like shit changed around. So nowadays I'm like, dude, I'm just so relaxed on covering like the UFO content because it's so relaxed. Like there's no drama that you can ever generate from it, right? Like there's no issues. Half the time you can't make a mistake because everything you're covering is so fucking unproven. So it's like even if you do make a mistake, it's like whatever, bro. Everything changes after an hour anyways.
Speaking of things that are unproven, I think that at the 40-minute mark of this podcast, I have to share the Aiden Ross clip of the week. I'm sure you missed me last week. I'm sure you missed me last week, but I feel like
Is this like a segment you guys do now?
This is a segment that only I do, and unfortunately everyone else is held hostage to my whimsical nature here.
No, I'm not held hostage.
So
I love Aiden Ross, bro. Aiden Ross, W, dog. I love him.
Yeah, so this is the Aiden Ross clip of this week.
I love kick streamers.
Kick streamers, they're just the intellectual titans of the generation. Oh my god, Buddha, feel free to share this.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, I saw this. This shit was so funny.
Dude, actually, this is 1000% deserving of the number one Aiden Ross clip.
This is the best Aiden Ross clip of the week. We need a new Aiden Ross clip every week. This is
I'm gonna give the audience a Surgeon General warning for this one right now. If you're susceptible to brain damage, run the fuck out of the room right now. Take the headphone off. Get the fuck out of here. All right, here it is.
God, have you seen this one, Buddha?
Dude, I only saw like 10 seconds, and I stopped. You know
glorious.
Why? Because I knew you were going to show it to me.
Clip of the week. That's a true friend right there. Let's go.
Elon Musk. Wait.
Oh shit! Put it in the wrong. It's coming through everything here. Hold on, let me change it.
Go ahead.
Bro, you know the whole globe is already like.
Well, I don't know it's flat.
Okay, regardless though, there's coverage everywhere. The sphere is fucking englobing it.
Do you know why I think the Earth's flat? And can you tell me your thoughts? When you're in the ocean, it's straight. There's nothing. It's not like this. It's straight. It's like this. It's not like.
Okay, then why don't you see? Oh, wait, cross on it. Why don't you see? our country.
There's a wave. Block it.
So the
There's
waves
current out there.
So the waves are tall enough to block building size across the universe, like very far away.
Well, there's thousands of miles away.
But
It's like if you were over here and I was in Egypt, I wouldn't be able to see you.
okay, well, I mean, we're able to see the moon.
Yeah, that's true. At different times of the day.
It's far away, but you can still see it.
I love how just now he f***ing disproved his entire point. Because if you can't see the fucking moon, even if it's different times of the day, then it's not flat.
Literally
dumbass.
makes no sense. Both of them make no sense. It's amazing. It gets better though.
No,
It gets
actually,
better. I
dude,
swear.
Okay, listen. Actually, she's doing a lot better right now in this debate. Okay, let's play.
In Dubai right now, they can't see the moon.
Okay, let's say there was a massive mountain, Everest. You were lined up at Everest, right? You'd be able to see it?
Yes.
Yeah, and on paper you should be able to, right?
Yes.
But where's Everest? I don't see it.
Right now you can't. You're not in Colorado.
Dude,
Thinks Everest is in Colorado. Oh my god. So wait for the XQC clapback. You're not ready for the clapback though. It's even better.
Where's it at?
It's in fucking Nepal or some shit.
So where the fuck is it at? All right. Nobody knows. Where's Mount Everest at? Where? Nepal. Oh. Yes, it is. The Earth is. Okay, when you're in the ocean, it's straight. You understand? Why?
oh my god,
Exactly, it's as far as
dude,
you
I'm
can see.
gonna
Until it
fucking
curves enough that
die.
it's past it.
Okay, but didn't Amelia Earhart, the first girl to ever build an airplane and fly it, she flew.
Amelia Earhart,
makes
the first girl to
Nothing. It's
make
like
an
such a
airplane
nothing
and fly
statement.
it.
And she said that it was straight, correct?
Yeah, because even when you're really high, right?
Oh my god.
If it's long enough, it lose sight of it.
Oh, I see. Okay. So how did we get to space?
Dude, I honestly, I think, wow, that's f***ing painful, dude. That kills me.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was the Aiden Ross clip of the week.
I honestly like.
Thank you.
I don't know if he's like, dude. Maybe he's like really intellectual and he's faking it. Or
No.
this is like,
Caleb's like, no.
No, dude,
this is real.
I just can't stand listening to either one of them. It's
man.
just so hard to like.
I love it so much.
Oh my god.
well, okay, fine, Caleb. Let's disprove the flat Earth right now for them. Okay, let's be the fucking
You know
intellectuals
the
here.
saddest
Let's-
thing of all, for me, what I found so hilarious in that conversation was how wrong both of them were. Like, he says, then why, if you could see straight forever, you could see the next city. And the guy's like, and XQC is like, no, that's not true. And he's like, it's blocked by the waves. They're both wrong because literally, if you had a freaking telescope, or whatever, you could actually see the next country over the ocean. You can see past the curve of the Earth because gravity curves light, and it literally can curve your vision over the edge of the Earth. Like,
Okay, bro.
that's the science of it.
Okay.
And
Listen,
they're both
I'm convinced-
so wrong. He's like, well, why can't
Okay,
you see it? Which you can. And he's like, because the waves block it, idiot.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Nux. Okay, Aiden has not gotten past 4th grade.
Oh man.
You think he fucking knows about gravity? He knows about as much gravity as Sir Isaac Newton
Where
when the
did he
fucking
come
apple
from?
fell.
How did he get where he is? What happened?
It's wild, bro.
Uh,
Is he
he
an
acted-
industry plant?
Honestly, that's a really
He
good
has to be,
question,
right?
bro.
Because he has
You know
no
who's
skill.
an industry
He's just an
plant?
idiot.
Who's the number one
No,
sub
he-
Twitch
okay.
guy right now? There's a new guy that became the
He-
number one sub streamer
Jinxie?
on Twitch, and I never heard of him in my life.
Oh yeah, who is that guy?
Okay, I've heard of Jinxie. Okay,
Yeah.
let me explain why. I play Rainbow Six
Yeah,
Siege, so I
badass
know
Rainbow
about
Six
Jinxie
Siege.
for a long
He's also
time.
funny
Yeah.
All right.
and talented
Yeah.
and smart.
All right.
Yeah, Jinxie I know just from the fact that I was in the Siege community, so he's like a long time name. And he's a fucking genuine badass. He's not like the other Siege streamers who get fucking mad and like, lose their shit. He's a good dude. But like Aiden Ross is a good thing because I asked the same question, Caleb. I looked into the back. I was like, so the guy played NBA, acted gay around rappers, and that's pretty much the first origin point of this.
How did he
I don't
hang
know
out
if
with the
this-
rappers though?
If this
How did he get in
isn't
contact with
evidence-
them?
If this isn't evidence that Jews control
That's a
the
good
media.
question.
Oh my god.
All right, never mind.
I think you're forgetting we don't stream on Rumble.
Oh, right. We're on
Not yet.
YouTube, not Wumble.
Not
So,
yet.
Not until I get that big contract.
Dude, the thing is, if Fuzi got the contract, you should be getting the fucking double-sized contract.
I just need to be
What
more
the
of a
fuck
piece
is
of
this?
shit, I think.
That's the strat.
How about
Yeah.
How about we go to Vegas and you just how about we just go to Vegas and you do like acts of kindness, but in the douchiest manner imaginable?
Give me an example.
I don't know. This is something we're gonna have to come up together when we're like smoking a bowl or something.
right.
You can,
Like,
how about you
doing
dispense
live-
protein to people in need?
With my protein dispenser.
Dispense protein.
Yeah, how about we give free crack to the mole people under Vegas? Do a nice thing.
Collecting all the mole people.
Dude,
Like Pokemon?
Do you want to go explore down into the
Dude,
mole?
you should just do
Dude, yeah.
Squid Game. Find hobos
Oh
in,
my
in
gosh.
LA and make Squid Game happen.
Squid Game, but with hobos. What if you were just like Mr. Beast, but like a little more like you were still
That's
a
what
good
I'm
guy?
saying. We rented the largest building in Skid Row, Los
Oh
Angeles,
my
and
God.
now we're putting up a cash prize of $1,000.
$1 million to whoever
Yeah.
can survive jumping off.
Mr.
No,
Beast, but with
1,000?
homeless
No, we're not
people.
gonna-
Mr.
we have
Beast,
to keep it relative.
Mr. Beast,
Go
but with
ahead.
homeless people instead of subscribers, and instead of Beast Philanthropy, your charity actually does do a lot of good for homeless people, but at the expense of
Other
some homeless people.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So it's like a big cycle of just like, oh, this guy's an asshole, but he's changing the community and he's actually helping people.
Yeah, that's
the
a
trick
good
is
guy.
you find two homeless people of the equivalent weight class.
Exactly.
And then
It's
you
tough
just-
Dude,
finding.
it's like shaming 1-star soup kitchens or something. Like you
Oh
go
my
there.
God.
Dude, that has been the wildest shit that I've like ever found. It's like, so me and Jen did this thing where we looked up like soup kitchen reviews on Yelp. Yeah, there are motherfuckers on Yelp reviewing
Oh
soup
my
kitchens
God,
where people
dude.
go to get, free food because they're in poverty. So this one review I read, and I swear I'm gonna get it tattooed onto my body at some point because it with me so much. So this is a 3-star review, by the way. Okay, so get ready for it. It's a 3-star review. I'm gonna paraphrase it. The review starts off like this. The food over here is relatively decent. However, I have 2 concerns with the area. For one, some of the doors are locked, so that's one of the issues. The other one was there was somebody trying to stab me, so it was kind of hard to dodge the knife. And so okay, by the time I got to the stabbing, I'm like, wait a minute. First, how is this still a 3-star review?
Hey, what the
And
hell?
how
Really
is
good
that-
food, bro.
Yeah, I was like, how is that not the biggest misconvenience that you had in the food?
Dude, that sounds like
getting stabbed?
Linus Tech Tips review right there. It's like they tried to stab
It's
you,
like-
3 stars.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to stab you. It's a little hard to dodge, but the food is decent, so 3 stars. I guess. I'm
The
like,
Soup
dude, I want to know
Kitchen
this
is
motherfucker.
sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Hey, at least they reviewed the food though. That's the main thing.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm like-
exactly.
Yeah.
But then I kind of would sit there. I'm like, what is the 1-star review? Like, what the kind of crazy saw dungeon that you have to land in? This motherfucker gives the 1-star thing. No, but dude, Caleb, if you want to be evil, Mr. Beast, we can go all the way to like the subterranean depths of Las Vegas. I found about that like a week ago when I was at my buddy's place.
Wait, what?
That they have mole people in Las Vegas. You didn't know this?
Okay.
Oh, I knew
What
this.
about the subterranean depths thing, though?
There's like a whole city down there or something, right?
So subterranean, I mean like the sewers of Las Vegas.
Right.
So when you're walking the strip and you're like in front of like Caesar's Palace, you ever see like those grates, the water storm drains?
Yeah.
So underneath them are the mole people. They've got an entire city infrastructure down there. Like they've got communities, they've got a government system made.
Huh.
It's kind of like it's like Australia if you think about it, right? Like you send enough prisoners to a fucking island, eventually they will create a governmental system and operate and then become part of the world. Same with Las Vegas. So you go down there and there's, like people. Here's the thing. Las Vegas, lots of addictions in that city. Gambling, alcohol, you got every Carrot Top, everything bad over there, okay? It's a fucking shithole in a lot of ways. Opulent shithole. And down in there, like, obviously people down on their luck living in, like, the sewers of it. But the sewers, they go on for miles under Vegas.
That's
And
free real
they're
estate.
different pods. But it's not just free real estate. They've got different, like, in Game of Thrones ass guilds, okay? Like, you've got the fucking crystal
way
meth
you're not making this
section.
up. There's no.
I'm not making this up. I swear
No, it's
on
real.
my mom's life, it's real. They've got the crystal meth locate, like the f***ing pod. They've got the heroin pod. And here's the funny part: the crystal meth pod and the heroin pod beefs with each other because when they get high, their highs clash with each other's highs.
I
So
get
they
it.
don't like play along. Yeah, it's a weird situation
Yeah,
down there.
it's a tough dynamic.
So, exactly, very, very tough dynamic. And some of those people, like, I watched this documentary, and you usually think the way that they describe mole people, like, oh shit, they must be like uncivilized, but they're not.
Yeah.
They're totally normal people. They're like, as
Wait.
normal as you and I.
Are you telling me homeless people who are addicted to drugs are just normal people?
Yeah, I am. I know.
That's
I
insane.
discovered empathy like last week, dude. It's fucking wild, bro.
Are you telling me that they're the same as you and I?
God,
Yeah.
Muda's
Oh,
having his
100, dude.
iDubbbz arc right now. Man,
Yeah.
this is
What the heck?
crazy.
This guy's becoming enlightened.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the homeless podcast and ask for apologies for all my statements.
That's what the homeless need, more podcasts.
You'd watch a homeless podcast?
No.
I would.
I'd watch that.
You know why? You know why I'd watch it? Because here's the difference between a homeless podcast and our podcast. Our podcast, we're sitting here privileged with four walls around us. Okay, their podcast,
And a
they
roof.
got
Yo,
random.
they'll all look like
they got random
Matan Evan,
encounters.
okay? Listen,
No,
you don't
no,
know
no.
what's gonna
Dude, they got-
happen.
Bro, they got random encounters left and right. Okay, it's like f***ing sitting in the wild grass like Pokemon, dude. Like 20 minutes into the podcast, they could be fighting a kraken. I would actually watch a
I would watch
homeless
the shit out of
podcast
that.
for that.
Yeah.
that sounds
They're
pretty-
playing.
100%, dude.
Have you guys been playing Baldur's Gate, by the way? Sorry to completely derail
Yeah,
the
I've been
topic.
playing it.
I have
Oh,
not
yeah.
been playing it.
Not played
Is it
it.
worth
I haven't
playing?
played any Baldur's Gate. Do I need to play any of the others?
No, you don't need
Okay.
to play any for 3. 3's
Okay.
that good.
Dude,
Okay,
it
okay, hell
is-
yeah.
I don't like D&D. Really, I think it's very weird and cringe, and I just find myself getting very just sort of homeschooled whenever I'm playing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
You
just,
haven't played the right D&D.
I feel like it's the wrong people. But anyways, I don't like it much. I don't like pretending. But
Yeah.
the Baldur's Gate is very good. It's extremely good. It's like gambling, but with more steps, and there's no risk.
So
Yeah,
it's
'cause
like
you just saved so much.
NFTs is what
Sign
you're
me up.
saying.
Yes, sir.
Motherfucker has his quick save and quick load to fucking tabbed out on his keyboard. I know. No, dude, I've been loving Baldur's
It's so
Gate 3,
good.
dude. Like
I'm level
it's just
7.
I've been
shit.
playing that shit on the Steam Deck and everything. If the Steam Deck could last longer than like 30 minutes playing it, that'd be fucking great. But
God,
it's
dude.
an amazing time.
It's
I want
fun.
to get a Steam Deck.
I'm madly in love with Shadowheart too, by the way, Muda.
Dude. Dude, me too.
She's so hot. She's not allowed to wear clothes. She's
Got
always
the
naked.
nude mods and everything.
No,
Bro,
you don't even
speaking of
need
Steam
mods.
Decks, speaking of Steam Decks, I bought this shit for $700.
What is
you guys
that?
know
What
this
the
is?
fuck is
It's
that?
so this is a Gizmondo.
What?
Oh my
One of the
god.
funniest part about this game console, you know who made it?
The mafia.
One of the leaders of the Swedish mafia. Yes.
Bro, that thing's got lore. What the fuck?
Dude, okay. This device, it's not impressive. Okay, the story behind it is impressive. Made by Swedish criminals, who one of them allegedly, and I'm saying allegedly for legal reasons, is most known for crashing his $2 million Enzo Ferrari like a fucking Giga Chad on the goddamn highways. That's the only thing this guy is famous for. Imagine having a Wikipedia page and the most notable thing you've done is crash your car. Like that's and being
Yeah.
loosely affiliated with the Swedish, or loosely affiliated by leading the Swedish mob or something, right? Like one or the other. So they make this stupid ass game console, and like as soon as you fire it up, it's got a battery life of like 20 minutes. So bad, in fact, that the dude that sent it to me, like,
I love how you're just taking it apart.
directly connected the motherfucker. He's like, gave me this new ass battery, gave me like a SIM card that may or may not have been used in a credit card scam or something. I don't know. But he sends this shit over to me. He gives me like every fucking game on it imaginable. And it's a fucking shithole device. It's a piece of shit
Does
device.
it play like PC games? Is it like an emulator?
Oh no, it has its own games like Sticky Balls, like Colors, like SSX, like it's got
What?
its own fucking library,
Interesting.
dude. Yeah, dude, this shit was supposed to beat the fucking PSP. In fact,
Dude.
Is that the same
Sony,
era?
yeah, same era.
Oh,
So
okay.
you know when people say Sony PSP lost, yeah, it was. You can't say it was dead last. This comes behind
The
it.
jizz
So
box.
at least, yeah, the fucking jizz box, exactly. This thing, man, and you know the funniest thing is it's got like a fucking camera on it. There are people like I'm gonna use the words VGA.
Uh-huh.
Us four will know. Anybody under the age of 15 watching this video has no fucking idea what we're talking about.
You just made them click off,
Like-
Muda. Nice.
I know. I literally listed off like some of the most arcane tech to them, dude. Like shit.
Ancient.
But yeah, so I found this guy on eBay that was selling it for like $600-700. And I don't know if I bought it from a criminal yet, because when I opened it up, one of the photos on this device, I'm gonna show it in the video when I make it like this weekend. It literally looks like it's like there have been photos on this device taken out of like a drug processing plant. Yeah, because there's literally okay, so it's like dark rooms, dark house, literally like the most Albanian looking gangsters you've ever seen.
Albania? The fuck?
Like straight up like gold chains, tracksuits, and
Balkans.
I think I bought this from Eastern European gangsters. Like I open it up, like there's no way this shit is real. Like I opened up the camera, so like I didn't know it had photos on it, and then it's like, no, it's from Malta here. I think I might be able to. It takes 5 minutes to boot up, so you gotta let this shit cook for a little bit.
What ratio is that fucking screen, by the way?
Very
4:3.
very tiny. Like you see
Square.
that shit? Like
Oh my god.
this is my hand, right? Like
It's an
this is how
Albanian
you're supposed to
4-3.
be in play. It's like a fucking Wish.com large right here. It's fucking bad, dude. But like that, I feel like I bought this, and here's what it came in. So this is the box that it came in. I shit you not. This weird ass like fake Nike box
Bro.
you've ever
Oh
seen.
my
dude.
god,
That's cool.
dude.
Like it comes in this
Fake J's.
Yeah, like here it is. Like what is it? Nike Blazer mid '77 vintage. Don't even no. Get out of here. He's got like some weird like it's like like it literally he like ships it with it.
That's right
gives
off
me-
his murder board directly into the Nike box.
Dude,
Yeah.
he gives me the most like fucking painful ass headphones. You ever seen this
Yeah,
shit?
that's
This
like you get
crap
that on a
fest?
plane. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude. This guy found the weirdest shit imaginable, and then he like for some fucking reason sends me this. Like, yeah, what the am I gonna do with this?
Hey, bro, whenever you want to travel, you're set.
Yeah.
If you ever want to go to Albania, this is
Yeah.
the Balkan plug. It only works in the Balkans.
Dude, yeah, and then you fire this shit up. He's got like, it's in like, where is it? Like, you guys will not be able to see it, but I can dig up the camera footage out of here. My pictures, it's like Hinoa Lea Mi Malatia or some fucking shit like that.
Why? What possessed you to buy this?
Bro, where'd you
I don't know.
buy
I
this?
felt like it.
He's a collector.
There's like one. There's like literally he shot. I thought this was going down the stairs, and it's a picture of this dude's. So that's one.
Bro, you
his
sound
dick?
exactly like Seth.
Yeah,
You
dude,
sound
I'm thinking
exactly
shit,
like
dude.
Seth Rogen when he was like, "Yeah,
There's a-
I got my car. My car
Yeah,
got
there's
broken
a-
into
look,
5 times."
Look, you're telling me these motherfuckers aren't into some shady shit?
Let me see the. Go back to the.
Oh my god, bro.
Hold on.
This is Seth Rogen
He's got
saying
like
that
he's got like his
sometimes.
dick and everything. Kind of like it's a little bit tough to tell, but he's got like his pants. Yeah, it's fucking weird. And then I'm telling you, it's a drug processing plant. You guys aren't able to see this shit, but like there's like the darkest closet, like liminal space shit that you're getting into. And then I took a photo of my place. I was like, just to see the camera. This is when I discovered it. I'm like, oh my god.
It's just
There's like
a
a
horror
fucking-
camera.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I was like, this is f***ing crazy. But so the guy sells it to me, and this is what I have to kind of simp for eBay a little bit. They did not give this guy my address. Thank for that. It was sent to some eBay fulfillment center. They fucking handled it. These guys don't know my address whatsoever.
Good,
But
good. Yeah, that would have been bad, bro.
yeah, I was like, dude, it was like when I looked at the camera, like this is
Yeah,
fucking
you know, when
weird.
someone
Or-
just show
do you
up
know?
in your house and say, "I want
Huh?
my back."
There's not a GPS tracker in that thing, is there?
Dude, I had to. So it has GPS capabilities in it, and I have to like make sure. So here's the fuck. So the GPS doesn't work, thank God, because it's such an old device that the
Okay.
GPS satellites that it called upon are
Right.
fucking gone,
Decrepit.
like
Good.
decommissioned at this point.
Good.
Okay, so thank God they didn't have this feature working. But like, I feel like I got the one device from the actual mobsters. Like this is the last. Like it's almost like you ever heard of the Pablo Escobar phone? Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Yes.
It almost feels like I have like a criminally owned gaming device somewhere on this. But yeah, that's that was like this is one of the latest little. I purely bought this for a video, but like when it came in, I was like, this is too fucking shady, man. Like the Nike box, I opened
should-
it up. I'm like,
This is big brain. You
Like,
just
hey,
reach back
is
out,
Is this anthrax?
reach back out to the seller, sellers obviously got money, you know, so reach back out to the seller and see if they'll sponsor your video. You could do like a review of that thing or something.
This video is sponsored by the Swedish mob.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to give them like financial info and all that. I'm just look.
Hey, that'll be your
when
biggest
I,
bag ever, bro. Straight from
when
the
I
mafia.
opened it up.
Do you like
when I
Ferrari
opened it up and I saw-
Enzos? Well, let me tell you about.
Dude, I was thinking of renting a fucking Enzo just to like goddamn review this thing, and like I was gonna get a cameraman, like do the whole video driving like in who's the one guy Jerry Seinfeld did for that Netflix thing, like just drive a Ferrari Enzo around the city while I review and give the history on this thing.
Please do it. That'd be the funniest shit. Please do
I
it.
have to see where I can rent like an Enzo. I mean, I might be able to just rent like a regular Ferrari and like hopefully fucking car Twitter doesn't watch it and like roast my ass for getting it wrong, you know?
Dude, there is
Like,
nothing
Jesus.
that you could do that will make car Twitter think you're more of a beta than Sneeko doing donuts. You're fine, I promise.
Dude, that offer's still up. I will show him how to like fucking actually donate a car, man. I will be there one day and night for my friend.
What car do you have, Muda?
I have a Mustang GT stick shift, and then I have a Tesla.
I got rid of my GTR.
Why?
I traded it for a Raptor R. You guys ever heard of that?
Okay,
Yeah,
all right, yeah, no, okay,
that's fair.
that's a big
It's
boom upgrade.
the GTR wins 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds. The Raptor R goes 0 to 60 in 3.4, and it's a truck.
That's insane, bro.
It's
Damn.
fucking
my
ridiculous. And it's on 37-inch wheels. It like when you floor it, if it's in 4-wheel drive, it goes like that. It feels like you're popping a fucking wheelie, and it goes whoosh, and blows all this air out of it. It's a really wild.
Tesla did this
vehicle.
one thing to the car where like they have the same launching thing in the car. So the way that you're supposed to launch it is you hold the brake down so the car like does this. Like it like raises in the back and lowers in the front so it doesn't fucking wheelie.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, feels dangerous, but it's very fun to drive.
Yeah, I was like fucking I'm just gonna go and like treat myself to the Plaid experience. And I went
That's
into it
cool.
and I was like when I like got into it, so like you have to press a bunch of buttons before it touches the 1,050 horsepower peak or whatever, 1,020 or something.
Yeah.
Man, when it hits that horsepower, it like it just bolts on the
Launches.
highway.
God, man.
I had to take it into the service rep and everything, like just for a little issue. And the guy ripped it more than me. He went onto the fucking main highway and he was like in the fast lane, 175. I'm like,
What the fuck? Oh my god.
he was like, I'm just checking the shocks. I'm like, there's checking the shocks, man, and then there's like
For
getting the
science.
car impounded.
Sorry,
yeah,
officer.
that was a yeah. No, he was they were like super cool on fixing it. The thing with that car is like car Twitter gets so mad at any electric vehicle. They're like, there's just no fun to it, and I'm like, I don't know what, like it goes fast and it feels nice. Like I don't know what you want fun wise.
It's got to make
People
sound.
say it's like it's fake. It's fake. It's
Yeah,
not
it's got to make a
real.
lot of sound.
It needs an engine. It needs horses.
I know the Porsche
have horses
Taycan.
in
The
it.
Porsche Taycan makes a noise. It's like their EV.
Oh, it makes the same noise that a Tesla one. It's like the ee or whatever the fuck
yeah,
it is. Like,
it's like outside too. It sounds pretty cool.
Mini me.
Well, the thing you can do with these Teslas is like they have the pedestrian awareness system because I think the government makes it so that they have to have a speaker system in the car or a boombox outside the car so that it can like warn people. Otherwise, it's like quiet as. So what some losers do is they put like a Lamborghini engine noises and have that play in the outside speaker box.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? There used to be you could do it while you were driving, so you could pull up next to some dude's Tesla and it would just be like grumbling at you. I'm like, what the? Yeah, but it's man, I'll be real, like it ain't a Raptor. Raptors are definitely more fun. That thing must be loud as shit.
What's that?
The R, is that the V8 one or?
Yeah, the R is the same. It has the same engine as the GT500.
Okay.
It's a 5.2 liter supercharged.
Nice. Man, that
It's
sounds
ridiculous. Yeah, it is ridiculous. It's crazy.
And then it's like, this has not only got like the same fucking engine, but to think how good that engine is when it's pulling in a whole ass truck.
Yeah.
At 3
It is
seconds.
amazing.
God,
Yeah,
bro.
it genuinely is amazing.
See, I want a truck for the winters, but I don't think I'll ever go Raptor like heavy. I just need something for the winters because winters, when you get snowed in here, I'm just like I'm done dealing with my car getting fucking stuck. I just want to like be able to get. I know winters aren't real for Oompy and
Yes, they are.
You know,
Yeah, come
We
to
have
Texas,
winters.
bro. There's,
what is a winter for you guys? I've been in a Texas winter. I've been in a.
It's amazing.
I've been in. You guys have no winter, dude.
Yes, we
you guys
do.
get like. Okay, how many centimeters of snow do you get? I'm not even going to use a whole inch because I know you get way below that.
We got 7 inches this most recent winter, and the winter before that we got when I moved to Plano, it was during the Great Texas Freeze, and there was almost a foot in Plano, but
bro, Nux, are you hearing this? A foot of
I used
snow.
to live in Virginia. I know what snow is like too, but it's different though because it gets so in even if it's below freezing, the sun will melt the top layer of snow, and then it will create ice. So like that is a huge problem.
There's
it's
a
like
reason
ice.
why I run away from Montreal every winter.
It's ice.
And
It's crazy. It's
not
very
just the
dangerous.
French.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. In Houston, we don't get shit ever.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
See, this is like the one good thing about your guys' area. It's like just having like no fucking shitty winter
snow,
season
it
to
is
deal
so
with.
yeah.
annoying.
All we get is the ice that Caleb was saying. That's
Bro,
if
I hate
anything.
I hate it when people just sit and tell me it's like winters are so nice, and I'm like, you can fucking eat my ass, bro.
It's
No
like
one had
whenever
ever
you see,
said
I know that
shit.
it's like the oldest debate known to man, like
love
winter
winter.
or summer, like
Yeah,
what's
me too.
better, what's worse, winter or summer, and it's
Winter,
like
summer.
everyone who has an opinion, it's like, bro, where do you live?
I
It's
liked
an
it when I
obvious
lived.
winter in every single country or city.
It's winter was good for. I like winter because I'm from Northern Virginia. So like it's cold. It's very cold. It starts snowing
Yeah.
in like October and doesn't stop until February. So it snows a lot. But we had a wood stove in my house that I grew up in. So it was like surviving basically. That's why I liked it. I think because the power would always go out.
You were living there like Walter White, almost.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like the power would always go out. We'd have to cut wood in the fall for months. That was terrible, but still like fun. You know, it's kind of one of those camaraderie type things. It's difficult but fun.
Yeah, you're on the farm,
Yeah.
hanging out with the people around you.
It was cool. I can see how when I lived in Plano and it was just really f***ing cold, and I was just in like a townhouse. Basically, it was pretty lame when it was cold. It just felt like I was useless, and you know everything was closed down. No one was driving around and stuff except for me. Yeah, I love the winter. I think the winter's great. To be fair, though, I prefer the winter over the current summer in Texas. That's because
Oh, my
every
God.
day it's 110 degrees every day.
Dude, I was
Every
in
day.
I was in Los Angeles with like Jen when it was like 106 degrees, not even 10.
Oh,
106. Bro, she was like, "Oh, you want to go check out the observatory?" I'm like, "Oh, hell yeah, let's go check out the observatory, bro." When I went out there, I got out of the car and I was like,
I'm going back home, dude. I'm going back in my car.
Like,
I was
Like
in
the whole
I was in
ride, I was-
Barcelona last week. It was 40 degrees. Spain was in a huge heat wave. 40 degrees Celsius, Caleb, and I was dying. Literally, I was a pool of sweat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how people do this stuff.
You know, I do know Celsius, right?
You were
know
homeschooled. I don't know what you knew.
Yeah.
Some things you know like incredibly well, and then
Yeah.
you think cucumbers and pickles are different things. You know.
Oh
"Listen,
my god!
I do
didn't
the
say
nice
that.
thing.
That was
I know.
Muda.
Listen,
Oh.
I do the nice thing. Anytime I drive over to New York State, you know what I do, Caleb? Just
What?
to be nice to friends there, I change everything in my car to Fahrenheit because I don't want them to feel ashamed when they sit in. They're like, you know.
What about
I do the-
when the guy was driving your Tesla? Was he was going 175 kilometers per hour or miles?
Kilometers, bro.
Okay, so-
He was going miles an hour.
yeah, I was about to say.
He's getting like 110,
Like, hold on.
105,
That was
something like that.
KMH. That was KMH. Yeah,
But it is
yeah,
hilarious
about 105.
how, how Americans in general, not Caleb, but most Americans, I feel like, have such a hard time converting Celsius to Fahrenheit or miles to kilometers.
Dude, I'm in Jen's car
I was on a
sometime,
date
yeah.
in America and in New York, and I was driving, and the girl I was driving was basically saying like, you know, why is your thing on kilometers, not on miles, my GPS? And I was like, well, you know, I'm from Canada, and it makes a lot more sense. And she gave me like this whole American pride type speech. Like how it's like, but America is the best, and we follow miles, and like this whole thing. And I was like, all right, this is
Yeah,
not.
dude. Like
And-
when I sit in like Jen's car and like I look at the temperature, I'm like, isn't it fucking hot? Like it's 74. I'm like, oh wait, Then I do the
Right.
math in my head. I'm like, it's like normal for you people.
No, but like,
Yeah.
so at that point, she tells me turn right, and I just turn left just to like with her a little bit, and she says, "Why are you doing that?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, left and right switch in Canada. It's a totally different thing." And she totally believed me. She was like, oh, "Ass backwards country."
The
Roast.
where'd you find this woman? A trailer park?
Something like that. I don't want to say any
Jesus.
details or anything, but yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, it's hot in Texas. I love it. I'm getting used to it finally. I
Yeah,
think.
110. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, like,
It's 30 Celsius in my room right now. It's like 85 degrees
Oh
right
my
now.
god,
bro, that's still bad.
That's
Yeah, in my
terrible.
house. In my house.
That's still
so
bad,
hot.
bro. 30C in the house.
Oh, it's terrible. It's because I have such tall ceilings, so I feel like it was
it's
a
the
poor
ceilings.
design choice, and a lot of windows.
I
And
feel
like it's hot as right there.
Countries that get really hot, in cities and states that get really hot, their air conditioning sucks.
See, like my thing is like, a place doesn't get fucking hot and stuffy and bad. Las Vegas mole people, dude. They got the fucking greatest shit on lockdown.
Back to this.
How humid
Dude,
is
I'm
it in
telling you.
Houston, Ryan?
It's heavy, bro. Right when you open the door, it hits
like,
you. I'm
yeah, that's
sweating
terrible.
within 10 seconds.
And
Oh,
how,
I'm
bad.
not gonna lie. When I was
how
in
does the
Houston,
humidity
Ryan, like,
compare overground to in the sewers?
okay, listen,
mole
brother.
holes.
It gets
The mole
in the
holes.
mole hole. It gets a lot. It depends on what fucking substance you're on. Like that changes a lot physiologically. But when I was in Houston, bro, like when I went out of the house to like smoke at like 9:30 p.m., like when it's dark, I'm like, oh, it's still kind of fucking warm out. Jesus Christ, like fuck this. That's the thing. Like I don't know if I can stand like super duper hot heat like that, man, anymore. Like some people, they live in that shit.
Yeah.
They love the heat. They love all that, and I'm just like, dude. Anything over 20 degrees Celsius to me, it's like, it's a good day. 30 Celsius, bro, that shit. Turn on the AC, call it a day.
Yes, sir.
Like, but I mean, that's just living on the East Coast here, like by New York. It's like fucking where you like on the inverse level when motherfuckers come out here and it's like negative 11, 15 Celsius. We're like, yeah, it's cold, but it could be worse.
Dude, so true.
Hey,
So
you
true.
mentioned LA. When I was
Yeah.
at VidCon in June, middle of summer, I bought a fucking
This
long
June?
sleeve. Yeah, this June. Bought a long sleeve shirt because it was so cold. It was like 70 degrees Fahrenheit.
Mm-hmm.
And it was
Excuse me.
breezy. Yeah, that's cold to me.
Yeah, that is pretty cold.
Yeah, and it was pretty chilly. So
Yeah.
What? If
So
it's
I was
above
like, man, I never-
if it's above 0, it's warm.
okay, it was.
That's
it
what I'm
was chilly.
saying, Knox.
Like I never thought I'd ever buy a long sleeve like pullover in the middle of summer.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
that
it's
was
almost
fun.
like your body
Different
gets
world.
used to heat.
Yeah,
It's almost
it's
like it
weird.
gets used to temperature. It's relative.
Yeah,
sucks
okay,
'cause I
okay.
packed for summer.
fuck you.
Isn't that weird?
Tank tops
Crazy. Crazy how that happens, huh?
and Buddha.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've had a pretty great episode so far. Honestly, Ryan, you're always a great friend.
Oh yeah.
But before we kind of end it, because I do kind of have to actually go to the bank. I'm a little behind on some things, to be honest with you guys.
Mafia got you, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, no, I have like just a thing to sign, and they don't let me do anything like over the phone anymore because it's like for certain things you have to just be there. If I can show your ID and all that shit.
I just
Anyways,
spent $700 on a Molotov Game Boy, and everyone's wondering why.
okay, that was on
The
eBay.
Albanian
and,
Game Boy.
And by the way, eBay let this thing be sold.
The Balkan
so
Boy.
anything,
Oh, true.
Yeah,
eBay let it be sold. True.
yeah,
eBay.
eBay's responsible for the criminal financing of whatever the happened on this. All right, not me. Legally, not me. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, check out Ryan. You got Nexpo. You got anything else? I know you got Liminal Land and a bunch of other things.
Now we got Nick and Ryan. If you guys like ghost hunting, check out Nick and Ryan. That's my new.
When are we gonna go? When do I get to come ghost
I
hunting?
was
with
gonna text
guys?
you about that actually. We want to bring you. We wanted to
I'm
at
down,
VidCon,
dude.
but yeah. So
Listen, I'm ready. We got to plan the next one because if we go ghost hunting, I'm doing it like the Muslim Arab ghost hunters, dude. I'm bringing the prayer book. I'm fucking
That's gonna be the
running
best.
in. Bro, I'm going in. I'm bringing the
That's
fucking
funny.
prayers. I'm going to the ghost. I'm like, all right, motherfucker, let's fucking go.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
running right into the room. I'm clearing house. So, You let me know I'm there.
Oh, that sounds good, man. That's good to know.
But check out Caleb's Sour Boys because they've got a new drop coming out soon, right?
Yeah, probably
You
by
guys
the
are just
time this
clearing the
launches,
first
it'll
one?
be up. Yeah.
Perfect. And you've got Nux Taco. And if you're absolutely bored out of your mind, you got my channel as well, Some Ordinary Gamers,
Hey,
ladies
fair
and
enough.
gentlemen. Hey, listen, I am the premier source right now for UFO related material, dude. Like, I provide the objective related reporting. I don't just believe anything I see on the internet. 99% tops. So, anyways, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe. Dislike if you dislike it. We are out.